Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back for another video. Today we're taking a look at CX-07 Pegasus Blast Assault Turbo. So obviously a lot of people are very excited about this one, not just because it's another Pegasus, but because it's really heavy, apparently. So a lot of people have already been using this for competitive combos. Some Japanese players have been using this in tournaments, which is great. All right, so like I said, you do get a nice teal launcher. It would be nice to see some new colors for the string launchers as well. And again, you get sort of a extended white ripcord. So if you're a ripcord user, this is pretty cool. I'm still using string, so I'm hoping for some recolors. Here is the blade lock chip. Looks amazing. I really like the art for it. I like the neon clear greenish yellow color. The paint looks amazing, and then the ratchet, again, colors look awesome. The ratchet slash bit is one piece. If you guys didn't know, this is kind of like Reboot Dash in Burst. So the way it works is when you first launch it, the inertia will have this sort of sharp tip, and then when it slows down, you'll have a flat tip. So very interesting. I'm glad that we're finally getting mechanical gimmicks like this. I would like to see more of them in the future. We will weigh this and the other parts and then sort of compare this to what like a 560 and point would be maybe, just to see how heavy this is compared to a regular ratchet. It does look fairly tall, so we will check the height of that. Obviously CX is already tall to begin with, so I'm not sure how much people will be using this on CX stuff, but maybe people will use it for like some gimmick combos on BX and UX and stuff like that. With the ratchet slash bit, I don't even know what to call it. With I guess it's a bit. It's also a ratchet. I don't know. With this thing, it's super tall. Like that's a hamburger right there. So you also get a CX tool, which I think is new. I don't think we've gotten this before. Could be wrong about that, but let's go ahead and weigh it and see where it's at. So let's weigh the blade with the lock chip and assist blade, see what it comes in at. 39.38. So compared to impact, 38.92. A lot of people were making a really big deal out of the weight of this, but to be fair, like impact isn't that much lighter, and this is basically redundant in terms of competitive. So weight doesn't always mean better. The shape has a lot to do with it, as well as weight distribution, but I have seen a lot of people use this for competitive, so I'm assuming it's pretty well balanced and the distribution is pretty good. So I'm very interested to try it out, which we'll obviously do in this video. And then the ratchet slash bit is 12.62 grams. So we'll compare it to a regular ratchet and bit. So 9 grams versus 12. So decently heavy for this if you wanted to try to maximize weight for something like BX or UX. Maybe you can do something with this. I don't know. We'll see how it performs. But let's go ahead and take it to the stadium and see what it does. And then we'll probably throw this on a different ratchet and bit just to kind of get an idea of what it feels like on something else. Let's give it another shot. See how long it takes for it to drop down to the flat. I'm actually kind of surprised it hasn't dropped yet. There it goes. You can hear it. There's probably so much surface area, it's just gonna stop standing up. Yeah. All right, let's throw it up against a rod on 360 ball. The blade's really wide. All right, so I don't think stock this is gonna be that amazing. So let's go ahead and swap this ratchet out for something a little better. We're back, we've got 960 low rush. Obviously want to try to drop this down as much as possible, being CX. And let's go ahead and take a look at the height comparison with rod on ball. Still decently tall comparatively, but it might not matter. It really depends on the elevation, where it's at in the stadium compared to the opposing Beyblade. I'm gonna have to look at what combo people are using for competitive. I know a lot of people are using the metal lock chip that comes on Valkyrie. I do not have that. Probably not gonna have it anytime soon because my luck is terrible with the app. But it's like a 3 gram difference. So I don't know how big of an impact that's gonna have, to be honest. I don't know, man. I don't really feel like it hits that hard. All right, let's try this out. I know some people have been talking about stamina for this as well. So again, this is on free ball versus rod on ball. It does seem to have really good balance, I will say that. It doesn't really seem all that wobbly. So I haven't watched a ton of content on this. I usually try to avoid it when new releases come out so I don't end up with like bias, but I saw a couple clips indicating that this was like, I don't know, really good at everything. Good at stamina, good at attack. So far, I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm not gonna lie. All right, one more combo. We switched it back up to attack. I've got 560 on there for a little more weight, low rush. Swapped out the assist blade as well. So let's give it one more try with the attack. Obviously, we're gonna do a ton of testing over the next few days, and if I can come up with some interesting combos, we may test them out and see how well it does. I don't know, maybe the lock chip makes the difference. I wouldn't think so. It's like 3 grams. Like CX is already top heavy, so you're adding more weight up here. Does it make a difference? Probably a little, but I don't think it would like make the change between being okay and being amazing. Like it's historically, it's just not the way it works. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Tricera hits harder than Pegasus does. We just took a look at Tricera like a week ago. Honestly, it felt like that had better impact than this does. You know, I feel like this is going to be like sort of Impact Drake situation where like a lot of people jumped on it early on and we're taking it to tournaments and stuff, and then it sort of fizzled out. I feel like that's what's going to happen here. Which we'll do one more battle and then I'll give my final thoughts. There we go. It's a good one to end on. So, overall, what do I think of it? It looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing. I think it's a move in the right direction for CX. Definitely think it's usable. I think it's probably going to have better matchups against like attack versus attack. I am not seeing great results against the tanky stuff like Rod, but obviously more testing. I'll have to do more testing. I'll have to test a lot of different stuff because obviously CX introduces like the assist blade, so that, you know, it's an additional piece of customization there. So there may be a better optimal setup that will serve this blade a little better. But overall, initial impressions. Now, this isn't necessarily what I'm going to think of it 3 days from now after I test it more, but initial impressions, it's okay. It's really heavy, which is cool, but it's like shape-wise, doesn't have great impact. Contact points, not great. I would say Phoenix still has better contact points than this does. It's just obviously pretty rounded. If you look at the shape, it's actually kind of similar to the single layer Valkyrie shape as well. Kind of similar to like pre-hybrid Pegasus, I guess. Maybe a little more close to Storm Pegasus. So you're really just sort of smacking into stuff. But first impressions for me, it's okay. I don't think it's bad, but I definitely don't think it's as meta-shattering as I think people are making it out to be, at least initially. Like I said, there's a lot of combinations to go through, but just from my first impressions, I don't think this is living up to the hype that people have been propagating. But it does look really cool. It's definitely probably going to be usable. I think, again, specifically, in my eyes, probably attack versus attack. Probably will match up well against things like Phoenix, which, I mean, we can test really quick because it is rounder, so it's going to be less recoily. So let's just really quick, just for the sake of it, let's throw Phoenix in there. Let's swap that out. So we've got Phoenix on 360 rush, and then again, this is on 560 low rush. And let's just see how it does. I would suspect that this would outspin Phoenix. Yeah, pretty convincingly outspins Phoenix. Not surprised there. A decent amount of weight, a little more rounded, so it's going to match up better against attack stuff, but I don't think it's going to match up well against things like Rod. I'm obviously haven't tested against Dragoon, but that'll come later. I don't want this video to get too long, but in my opinion, I think that's where it's probably going to do best. So usable, definitely. Is it meta-shattering? I don't think so. At least, you know, messing with it for 10 minutes out of the box, but we'll find out again in a few days. Take it with a grain of salt, guys. Don't come after me because I don't think it's triple S tier for my first impressions. Sometimes they are. Sometimes I pull it out of the box. I'm like, this is amazing. This is going to do really well. And then other times I'm like, I don't know. This is why I don't watch videos. This is why I don't. Because people get on the hype train, and then before they even get it, they'll be like, it's amazing, it's the best ever. I'm like, guys, come on now. Let's mess with it a little bit first. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. If you guys still need to pick one of these up, by the way, check out Spin City Imports. They still have some of these in stock. They've been shipping them pretty quick. So if you guys want to grab one, feel free. Code Nizuma gets you a discount. Definitely think it's one of the better looking Beyblades released. Certainly, oh, dang. Might be my favorite CX so far for sure. It looks so good. But that's all I got. Smash the like, drop a comment letting me know what you think of it. And if you guys have already been messing with this combo building, let me know what combos you've been running and had success with. And I may test them over the next couple of days. Obviously, that might expedite the process, but yeah, now I guess I can go watch everybody else's videos and see if they disagree with me. I think they probably will, because a lot of people are hyping this release up, but I'm a skeptic. I'm always a skeptic. Okay, that's enough me rambling. I gotta go to work soon. Bye.